is Corey.
Met the boy, pretty boy collaboration.
Pete and I started off playing in a band called All County Fair about 6 years ago. No, not 6 years ago.
No.
4, 3. I don't know, but we toured around the Long Island circuit, and he was always like a really just awesome person to play with. And yeah, he's probably one of the most talented musicians I've ever met. He's an awesome kid. Now he plays live drums for me, and he's a great guy. He's probably the craziest person I've ever met in my entire life. My bassist Kepler, I heard him playing a John Mayer song, and I sniff out John Mayer songs like they're like a bomb dog sniffs out bombs. So he was like sitting in the quad playing it just sounded his velvety, luscious voice.
Oh,
and I walk up to him, I'm just like, you like John Mayer, I like John Mayer, and kind of kicked off from there. I would say he's probably the one musically that I'm like most in sync with. This is Mikey Bloop. I met Mikey when I was tracking for my EP September up in, I feel like I'm like introducing all my kids. I met Mikey when I was tracking for September, and he came in and he was like helping out with arrangements and stuff like that. He did the shaker on the song The Rope's End, and I don't know, I met him now and he's just very insightful when it came to music. And I would say I vibe with him very well on very different musical terms than I would with normal musicians. And I love him to death. This is Jazzy Van Katz. This kid lived across the hallway from me at school. And it's cool because it's like the first black guy I ever played with.
Yeah.
Keep this old school style, you know, listen.
Baby, it's you. When I look up in the sky.
Favorite show playing probably, my band had been playing a couple shows out on the road with Brian Cabrera in states like, you know, Philadelphia and Connecticut. And he came to this little YMCA building, and I think maybe days short, I met up with him, and I knew I was playing with him at the Crazy Donkey in Farmingdale sometime in early July, so I showed him the flyer for the show, and he thought it was really cool, and we hung out with him outside his tour bus, and we played a show with him later in July of last summer. To do my hair, it usually takes around maybe 15 to 20 minutes. I get out of the shower, I usually will towel dry it, normally not really blow dry, but then I'll maybe put a little mousse in it to relax it so it's not so poofy, and then I'll straighten it.
Cool.
Straighten this way. I just chopped like 6 inches off. It was so long. I had a mullet. It was like awful.
I could realize the trap I stepped in.
That's tough. Like any of all time, just wow. I'd probably play with an artist like John Mayer just because he's an idol of mine, and I'm a big fan of him. But if we're talking about bands, I would say I love to play Maroon 5 or The Fray. Not necessarily because they're like my favorite bands in the entire world, but just I've seen them in concert before, and just the chemistry that goes on between the band members on stage is unsurpassed by many contemporary bands.
There's an angel, I'm sure of it.
My first kiss was at an ice rink at home in Long Island, New York, and it was from this girl, Brittany, and she wound up being one of my first girlfriends, and it was awful and like
I hope
awkward.
the kiss was awful, not
Well, it was young. I was a young guy, you know, back in what, 2001 maybe it happened, 2002, and it was just like awkward and weird and all kinds of weird. I don't know. I guess everyone's first kiss is kind of, you know, a little immature, a little, you don't know what you're doing. But it was Brittany. Brittany, I'm not gonna say her last name. When it comes to touring, I love seeing everything, so I take a part of that with me, just the whole adventure of just being on the road with everyone. And then getting to the venue and setting up with everyone and meeting new people and just getting up on the microphone and getting out of the circuit with the local music scene, just saying, what's up Connecticut, what's up Vermont, Pennsylvania, and just seeing the, you know, whatever town you're in and meeting, you know, the people after the show, and it's just all around a cool experience. But the worst part of touring has got to be just getting in this cramped, smelly van. In my case, we toured in like a Chevy Astrovan that had like 250,000 miles on it, and like a cracked windshield, no side view mirror, a door that wouldn't open, no EC, broken fuel gauge. Like, we had the worst.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't dance. There's no way. I ever get really excited, and I'm about to, whenever Ross and I, something exciting happens, we just give each other like a little look. Like in high school, we used to walk down the hallway and look at each other.
We'd see each other.
And we'd see each other from a distance, and we'd just stop and like.
I know you like wondering right now, like, what the hell is this, right? I guess you about to see right now.
Move if you wanna, if you wanna, if you wanna move, move if you wanna, if you.
But that's the extent of my dance.
Beautiful.
My dance.